key piece of selling Surface is the demo. We want to highlight all the innovations that Microsoft's engineers have put into these beautiful new devices. When demoing Surface, there are a few important concepts that we want to convey. Interacting with and touching Surface is key. When users physically touch the device and work with it, it changes their perception of how that device is different. Showcase all aspects of the features and design that we will show today. Stress that Surface is an elegantly designed device that fits perfectly in a lot of different scenarios. Executive use, vertical industries like healthcare, manufacturing, retail, or with general end users. Finally, end with Surface's value as a unique device that is both a tablet and laptop replacement in one device. Let's dive in. It's a good idea to start any demo with a brief discussion about the core physical features of Surface. The first thing I like to talk about is the power inside both of these devices. They both have Intel's latest generation Skylake processor, either in an i5 or i7 option. And with the same battery life, you're going to get a great boost in power and performance on these devices. For instance, the Surface Pro 4 is 30% faster than Surface Pro 3 and up to 60% faster than a MacBook 13-inch device today. The next thing I like to talk about is the gorgeous displays and the high resolution in both of these. With amazing retina-crushing screens on both devices, there are 5 million pixels on the Surface Pro 4 and 6 million pixels on the Surface Book. Both have an optically bonded 3:2 aspect ratio that looks gorgeous, and the aspect ratio mirrors conventional A4 business paper. Point out that the Surface Pro 4 is thinner, and the usable screen space is actually increased. We've shrunk the bezel, so the screen now is 12.3 inches. Surface Book has an amazing 13-inch screen. This device has 3000 by 2000 resolution. As I mentioned previously, that's 6 million pixels. That's 1.8 million more pixels than the 13-inch MacBook Pro. Surface Book has a super premium keyboard with fantastic tactile feedback while typing, an amazing trackpad. The trackpad on the Surface Pro 4 is actually 40% larger than the previous trackpad on the Surface Pro 3, so users will really enjoy the fidelity of that new trackpad. The Surface Book includes 2 full-size USB 3.0 ports, and Surface Pro 4 has 1 USB port, so you can plug in those accessories that you need when you're on the road or mobile. Some people even use Surface's great battery to charge their own phones on the go. So with these fabulous new features I just talked about in both models, users are going to have a hard time deciding whether it's a powerful laptop that replaces their tablet or a powerful tablet that replaces their laptop. They can have the best of both worlds now. Now let's log into Surface using Windows Hello. The brand new infrared high-res camera recognizes your face and immediately logs you in. You'll also want to point out the new fingerprint login on the optional keyboard upgrade for another secure login method. One thing you'll want to point out to IT administrators is when they have these devices domain joined, they'll have a variety of different authentication methods available to them. This includes fingerprint, picture and PIN passwords, and Windows Hello. Surface works great with the Windows 10 Start menu. Users can effortlessly navigate through the menu by swiping to different apps and tapping to open apps. Surface is a touch-first device. It's simple to navigate in and out of apps. It's important to stress to customers that that's a natural experience. You can also demonstrate opening desktop apps, which is possible from the traditional Start screen. Moving onwards in your demo, we're going to show you the Surface Pen in action. One of the best apps to showcase the pen is OneNote. Open OneNote app from the Start screen while explaining to customers that OneNote is a great place to take all your notes and have everything synchronized across all your devices through the Microsoft Cloud. Navigate through OneNote tabs using your finger or pen. One other thing you might think about demoing along with this is something like Fresh Paint or other drawing apps. If you have an artist in you, or even myself, I have an artist at home and my daughter, come up with a painting that you can show and really highlight the fidelity and the granularity that pen delivers when the stylus is in the hand of a pro. On the right side of the screen, use the pen to select Add a New Page. Write a few sentences using the pen. Try writing with different amounts of pressure. With 1024 levels of pressure, you'll see the lines vary in size as you press differently. By the way, that 1024 levels is 4-fold from the previous generation Surface Pro 3. Use the eraser and move some of the text. The eraser button's a nice new feature we've put in the pen. And when you draw on the screen, you'll notice that the pen works just as you would expect. Even invite your customer or the end user to feel the smoothness of the pen on the screen and let them ink for themselves. Now let's show some things we can do with the camera. Double-click the pen to take a snapshot. Using the pen, circle some parts of the image and annotate the picture you have just imported. This double-click capture to OneNote option works on any screen. Try double-clicking the pen to capture other screens. Finally, hold down the pen to open Cortana. Ask Cortana what the traffic looks like, or maybe what the weather forecast is for today.
Here's the traffic near you.
Button I have on the keyboard here, I can press and hold it and detach it. And now here in my hands, I have the thinnest and lightest Intel Core i5 or Core i7 device on the market. Combined with the new Surface Pen, this is the perfect clipboard. And you can see how the high resolution screen is going to look just like a piece of paper. The other thing I can do is actually flip this around and reattach it. And now when I fold this down, I've actually got an easel or a table layout for the tablet as well. With the Surface Book in this position, it's a natural note-taking experience now where it's very easy for me to rest my hand, use OneNote and take notes. And it also invites a number of collaboration scenarios. You might want to point that out depending on the customer's situation that you're talking to. It could be engineers and manufacturers that are looking at CAD/CAM designs together. It could be an architect reviewing plans with a client for their new home remodel or office remodel. Or it could be a financial advisor looking at numbers and portfolios with a client on theirs. So use your own imagination in terms of pointing out the collaboration scenarios that customers can take advantage of with this device. Now with a single click, click the button on the top of the pen. With OneNote launched, use the pen to write down some to-do list reminders and draw shapes. Now tap the power button on the side of the tablet to turn off the device. Once off, click the pen top again to create a new note. Write something on this page. Close up the keyboard against the screen and lay your Surface to one side. So I hope you have enjoyed this brief overview of key items to demonstrate with the new Surface devices. While this certainly doesn't cover all aspects of what a customer can do with Surface, it should be a helpful baseline for you to start conversations and creating your own demos. Thanks for your time today and have fun selling our new Surface Pro 4 and Surface Book.